We're being told electric vehicles are the future. They're here now and they're going to grow and grow as we progress into the next 2 decades. Tesla in the USA are investing a fortune in car production and in lithium battery production. And it is evident the amount of Tesla you are now starting to see on our roads in the UK and across Europe. Most manufacturers are also developing their own range of electric cars. Some very, very good, it appears, and some still very much on the basic side, where they seem to like plugging in the charger where the petrol cap was, which to me doesn't make much sense. I also think it's becoming a little bit of a joke by some who still regard the combustion engine as the future and haven't really thought beyond that because of infrastructure, because of certain knowledge of what electric motors can do. I don't know what the reason is, but there seems to be some level of let's not take these guys seriously. Meeting our emissions targets and green energy targets as we go into the next 2 decades is critical. And obviously, technology is moving as well. And having done the research, clearly one can see that electric vehicles and potentially hydrogen cells as well is the future when it comes to the automotive industry and travel in general. Therefore, anyone in the industry, in the automotive industry, would be foolish to ignore it. And certainly people who run large fleets in the auto industry, be it on the commercial car level or the commercial truck level, have got to look at this very seriously. This brings me to local government, as well as national government, who have also got to look at this. Yes, there is some work being done, there is no doubt. You know, we get excited when Sadiq Khan opens 20 electric charging points in central London somewhere. But it takes a lot more than this. Companies that see the future and are doing something or trying to do something about it, like Bright Technologies, have got to get their backing sorted out seriously. They've got to get the right money and they've got to get the right passion behind the products they're selling. How good are their products? Do their products work on all cars that are in the market these days? Tesla, who produced the car, the electronic car from their brand, also produce their own chargers. Now that is interesting because I sort of think to myself, what do they have at the moment to offer which the other car dealers don't have that make electronic cars? Some chargers apparently seem to work quite well, others don't seem to work very well at all. I think it's, days of where we've got to look at this very carefully and get to some sort of standard in the marketplace. I know the Chinese are very involved when it comes to electronic technology in the auto world and have done great things in the past. Having been to Shanghai many times and seen it there even a decade ago. So they are doing good things. And that's another reason why Mr. Dyson went to Singapore was because he could see the opportunities, not only with the technology, but the opportunities in developing that market from a consumer point of view. I've only spent a month studying this. I've only spent a month studying it and studying it in detail. All I can say is in the UK, yes, although some strides have been made in the last 10 years, we're still playing at it compared with what I'm seeing in certain other countries. And I think we've got a long way to go if we're going to start getting to our targets and meeting the demands going forward. Small markets like the United Arab Emirates have come a long way. I mean, that's a fossil fuel country in terms of its raw material, but it's embraced EVs far more significantly than what we have in the UK. Why is that? Because they are looking at the future more so than what we are. We need to think about this very carefully going forward, because I think UK is more than likely going to be left behind. What am I saying? Well, I'm saying, quite honestly, the future is probably outside the UK. Hate to say it, but that's what it feels like and looks like when I look around me.